This class we will be doing the dyeing section, but before going to the dyeing stage, we will have to block some area of the fabric, because I told you in the previous class we'll be using two colors. So we are preventing the first color from the second color. So we use this raffia to bind those areas that will be going with the first color, which is our half full moon and full moon. Then what comes first to your dye bath? This bowl will be used for a dye bath. So the first thing to be released into the dye bath is your dye stuff. This is color yellow. You pour it into your dye bath. The next thing that comes in is your hydrosulfide. Your hydrosulfide comes in. Then with the quantity of spoon we are having here, we'll be using ratio 6:3. That is 6 spoons of hydrosulfide and 3 spoons of caustic soda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then secondly, you introduce your caustic soda. While handling your caustic soda, make sure, if you are without the hand glove, make sure your hand is not wet. Because if your hand is wet, it is possible the caustic soda harm your palm or your finger. So you have 3 spoons of the caustic soda. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget, I explained previously in our theoretical class that the quantity of your dye and your chemical will determine the quantity of the hot water you are going to apply. And gently and gradually you apply. You can see the reaction immediately. The hot water is being introduced to the dye solutions. So next thing, you put on your hand glove. Immediately after you pour the hot water, you stir so that the chemical and the dye stuff can steam together. Then immediately after, you introduce the sides. So for the next 5 minutes, we allow the fabric to be immersed well with the dye solution so that the chemical reaction will work perfectly well on the fabric before the oxidation. So you remove it from the dye solution. Then the next thing is you block it away from the next color. This is a raffia strand. Tighten it up. So prepare the dye stuff. The dye stuff first. Then after, the chemicals can come in. The measurement, don't forget the measurements also. With 6:3. Introduce the second part into the dye solution. And make sure your dye flows into the every part and section that has been tied. So you leave this for 10 minutes for chemical reaction. Welcome to the practical section 2. Don't forget, the first thing you do when you are preparing your dye solution is you pour your dye stuff into your dye bag. This is our red color. The next is your hydrosulfide. Next thing is your very hot water. That's the chemical reacting together with the dye stuff. When you are dealing with another color of your dye stuff, make sure you clean your hand glove so that the former color will not affect the new color you are working with. You can see we use this raffia to divide this fold into two. So the first side of the fold of the tie, you put it inside the dye solution. Be very careful so that it will not come to the other side of the fabric. And whenever you are handling something like this, you make sure you start with the lightest color, so that peradventure there is any mistake, the second color or the deep color will correct the first light color. That is why we are using red first, because red is one of the bright color we have. And don't be deceived, when working with dye solution, everything looks black. But after the deoxidation, after you remove the clothes from the dye solution and it's been exposed to the water, the color will start coming out. But for now, it looks black. Immediately after the chemical reaction, then we can have our desired color. We leave this in the dye solution for just 5 minutes. So it is time to remove our first color from the dye solution. clean your dye baths. Make sure immediately after the first dyeing process, you clean your dye bath. We'll be using our deep green. So the second color, that is the deep color, you have to be very careful so that this part will not cross the line. We are about to start releasing our fabric out of the dye solution. So there are every procedure and process to tie and dye, and every single process and procedure must be followed. So you make sure you rinse the second color first, which happens to be the deepest color. You can lose the other part. Very careful when you are handling the scissors, so that you don't use it to cut your fabric. can start losing the tied area. So now, this is our full moon with our knots, and we have our small caps. These are small caps. This is our knot. This is our half moon, and we have our full moon at the center here. We represent our dominance. The dominance we're talking about in the theoretical section. This is the outcome of folding techniques. I hope with the practical section you have been able to learn and acquire skills on Adire making. I urge you to work more on exploring our African art and Adire making using Adire fabric as one of the medium. This tutorial is brought to you by Kuta Arts Foundation in collaboration with African Artists Foundation.